Hello and welcome back. Fancy seeing you around here at the Girls Cafe. We have another fantastic day after our last brainstorm session, and I am just as hyped now as the girls, the boys, the maids are. So let's see what a Sunday does. I have to admit, I'm feeling good about myself today. It's Sunday, so all the girls will be working, meaning I get another day of managerial duties to focus on. Let's not stop the recording again by pressing space, having the recording program open. No, that did never happen. No. The hurdles that flung up into my face yesterday are now all but resolved. The website looks to be well under control, and checking on our social media page, I'm seeing a flurry of likes and shares with the picture of everyone that I uploaded. There's really nothing like hitting the ground running. There's still some number crunching I can do to help drag down our expenses. After that, maybe I'll spend some time setting up online ads for the cafe. After yesterday's success, I ended up flipping through my phone before bed. With a little digging, I discovered that ad space on the web is far cheaper than constructing a billboard. Not to mention, it's far more effective with today's younger crowd. Checking the clock, we're only 20 minutes away from opening. It's more effective with the younger ones? Everyone's using adblock these days. What do you mean? Or do you I think he doesn't mean pop-ups, he means other methods. I'm just too silly. I've still got some extra time on my hands to poke around. Might as well get something done. Let's see, suppose I could check out some other cafe sites. Maybe there's a popular trend we can get it on. Popping open my laptop, I start poking away at some internet searches. Every so often I hear some hustle and bustle outside my door. Must be the girls getting ready to open things up. Those four are so reliable. I really am lucky some business have lazy, self-centered pain in the asses for employees. Thank God there's none of that here. The clock strikes 1:45 and I hear more voices out in the kitchen. Probably just the girls chatting it up before we open. You know the rule of storytelling. We're not seeing it, so... There's something wrong here. I feel it. Speaking of which, I'd better get out of here and take care of my opening duties. Well, maybe it was right. I no more than step out of my office and I'm greeted by 3 or 4 maids. Ayase, Hayasaka and Sena. Kento-san, it's Nanase. She's not here. What? Has anyone tried calling her? Maybe she's running late. I say that, but doubt it. Nanase, of all people, would never be late. I tried calling. I tried calling, and I texted her several times, but nothing. This isn't like her. Try again, Hayasaka-san. I could check on her. Hayasaka nods and pokes away at her phone. I return to my office to search through some files. I want Nanase's home address so I know where the hell I'm going. Fortunately, I'm able to locate our missing maid's file quickly. Pulling it out, I use my phone to snap a picture of her address. With everything ready, I hurry back into the cafe. With any luck, Hayasaka will have gotten a hold of Nanase. Well, any luck? Hayasaka shakes her head. None, she's not picking up. Damn, what is going on? Alright, I'm going to check on her. I'll be back as soon as I can. Oop. I no more than make it to the door and someone grabs my hand. I turn back to find Senna squeezing my fingers. Her worried gaze looks with mine as she fights back some tears. Kento, let me go with you. Senna-kun, I need everyone here looking after the cafe. Please? I'm worried about her. What if something happened? I want to help. Okay, don't get me wrong, friends. Don't get... I I would want to question the other two if they can deal with the cafe while we're gone. First off, I was like, okay, we need the manpower in the cafe, but they said the most busy hours are Friday and Saturday. We have Sunday, which means it's one of the easier days, even on weekend. So they know why we are out, so they can put up with much more work. And I think having Senna around, first I didn't like the idea, but I think having someone with a bit more emotion than our billboard main character here will actually help. So it's less about spending time with Senna and more about like if anything really bad is about. And yes, I have that other pink-haired girl from that other visual novel in my head right now. Senna would be all the more help. Absolutely. I wouldn't think it goes that far, otherwise I would be in for quite a shock, but no, yeah, it helps to be cautious. Alright, you can come. I'm deducting this from your pay. Not the time for jokes. Alright, let's go. Hey, stop right there. Talk to Ayase and Ayasaka first. Make things clear and see if they are okay with it. As much as I want Senna to stay put, she's far worked up to be here as it is. Besides, it's very possible I need her help. Oh my god, what is happening? If Nanase is hurt, having an extra set of hands, even just to call an ambulance, could make all the difference. Ayase-san. Yes? Can you handle opening the cafe? Ayase shoots a hand up to her forehead like she's saluting me. Yes, sir! Oh, I like you. Ayasaka-san, if you aren't busy, keep trying the phone. I will. I wish I had something to break the tension, but everyone's worried. The longer I linger, the worse it will get. I give a final wave to the others before turning to Senna. Let's go. They seem to be okay with it. Okay. It is usually the annoyance stance, but Hayasaka looks so beautiful right now. It's something. Together we step out of the cafe. Oh, I'm running around with the maid now. Interesting. With Akihabara waking up, crowds of people pour into the streets and over the sidewalks. It's nightlife busy, but Senna and I get shoulder to shoulder rather quickly. It makes things difficult with using my phone to navigate. I'm constantly sidestepping people and bumping into others whenever I glance down to see where we are. Senna looks to be having trouble keeping up as well. It doesn't help that she's flustered and apologizing to every unintentional nudge she steps into. Oh no, did I pick the wrong option? I stop when I realize she's not at my side. Senna-kun? I ask, turning around. She's a few paces back, so I move off to the side to wait for her to catch up. I'm sorry, Ketra-san. I'm trying to keep up. It's okay. I just don't want you getting lost on me. I can only look for one person at a time. I intended that as a joke, but Senna doesn't laugh. In fact, she has the exact opposite reaction, holding her arm as she looks to the side and sniffles. Crap. Am I about to make her cry? Am I that much trouble? Of course not. I'm glad you're tagging along. Really? Absolutely. I don't know what's going on with Nanase-kun. I hope she's alright. But if she needs help, I'm glad to have you with me in case she needs it. Hearing that lifts her spirit. She gives me a warm smile and nods her head. I'm glad I decided to bring Senna along. Having her here is actually helping me to keep me calm. Maybe because I'm worried about her, I'm forced to stay realistic and optimistic about Nanase. The crowds are thick though, probably people going to work and families hanging out. It is the weekend after all. What shall we do? I mean, come on, don't think about it, it's effective. Last time we didn't, and he was already back a few paces. So this is what's the word again? This is tactical. Pragmatic. Pragmatic was the word. I mean, hey, would you... It's safe you're wearing gloves, so could you... How about we hold hands? We don't want to get separated. What about holding hands? It'd be easier on both of us. Are you sure it's okay? Why not? It's better than getting separated. Not to mention I won't constantly be checking over my shoulder to make sure she's following me. I'll bump into less people and can focus more on where we're going. Double win. Of course. Only if you don't mind, that is. I don't want to force her though. Handholding can be a big deal for some. Okay. Reaching over, I offer her my open hand. She places her slender palm against mine, and I close my grip around her fingers. Soft, warm. I admit I blush a little when touching her like this. Even Senna's cheeks turn a light shade of red. Can't get too caught up though. This isn't a date and we still need to find Nanase. Let's go. She nods and I pull her back out into the crowd. With her hand in mine, I push through the layers of people, being careful not to move too fast or to slide into a direction that Senna couldn't follow. After some wandering, we finally pull away from the busier section of Akihabara. With quieter streets ahead, it's easier for us to walk normally and focus on the road and where the next turn will be. Senna still looks worried. I can tell she's thankful to be away from the crowds, but until we found Nanase, I think this is just going to keep eating away at her. Pulling out her phone, Senna checks for what I'm assuming are messages from Hayasaka. Letting out a sigh, she tucks it away and acts like she'd never even touched it. Nothing? No, nothing yet. I caught her off guard with a question. She jumped in surprise, maybe forgetting I was right next to her. Or just really lost in thought. Maybe a little conversation will break some tension. How long have you known Nanase? Since I started working at the cafe. About 2 years ago, I think. Wow, that's a long time already. And the others? They started after me. I nod. Senna and Nanase are the highest ranking of the two. Even though I have their files on hand, I haven't really delved into them. The girls just sort of came with the cafe, and being such good workers, I never felt the need to dig into their history. Hayasaka-san started right after me though. Oh, I didn't know that. I bet you have some good stories about us too. Want to share any? I let out a short laugh to help lighten the mood. It doesn't seem to work though, as Senna gives me a sideways look. I don't appreciate gossip, Kenter-san. It causes all sorts of problems. Oh, how can one person be so serious all the time? Just a nice info. Like I said before, I've for audio reasons I played the first day again, way before, and went with 1 or 2 different options. And when we greet her, the very first option we have in the game was the question on what she can do for us. And if we say like she can clean our house as well, maid duty, you know, she is like, excuse me, maids don't come with the... this is just a cosplay cafe. We're not doing maid duty. So like she's taking it full on serious, and even the main character in thought is like, I was just doing a joke. Oh well, we all know how doing a joke works out for him. Not to mention she was just as serious at the mention of the Destiny things. So I think I've known someone who doesn't like recognize irony or jokes or whatsoever and took everything hands on. There are people like that out there. I'm bad with those people, not because I don't like them or anything, just because I say a lot of stupid stuff for stupid stuff's sake, and if someone takes me like too verbal and literal, then problems can quickly arise. Sorry, I suppose you're right. A surprising sound escaped Senna's lips. She's laughing. I turn and find the girl letting out a healthy laugh before smiling back at me. I'm sorry, Kendra-san. I do have quite the stories. Those two like to bicker for the longest time. No kidding? Senna nodded, though she couldn't go into detail. More like, we didn't have time for stories. After rounding a corner, we came across Nanasi's apartment. Our light-hearted mood, while brief, was a nice relief. Reprieve? I'm learning new words here. From everything. It helped shorten the walk and calmed Senna down. Worry did return as we hurried up the exterior stairwell leading into Nanasi's apartment. I slowly opened the door. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oh, that game destroyed me. When we located the appropriate door, Senna pushed in on the doorbell and let it ring for a few seconds before pulling away. I moved to stand beside her, waiting for Nanase to spring out from her lair and let us know she was okay. Nothing. No. Senna pushed in on the doorbell once more, this time holding it on for a solid 10 count. She pulled her finger off and nothing. She's not answering. I turned and started banging my fist against the door. Nanase-kun, are you there? I knock on the door once more, slinging my fist harder to hopefully drag her out. Senna pushes once again on the doorbell, close to tears as she just holds the button in. I'm about to knock again when I hear some fumbling around inside. I gently push away Senna's hand from the doorbell, just as the door to the apartment swings open. Ah. Nanase. What the hell do you want? I'm trying to... Nanase-kun! She doesn't get another word out as Senna presses and hugging Nanase. The embrace is so out of the blue that it stops Nanase right in her tracks. Nanase looks to me for help, but I just shake my head. No way I'm getting in the way of that. Alright, I get it. I'm sorry. But you didn't come to work. Grabbing Senna by the shoulders, Nanase pushes the girl away and brushes herself off. She's mildly annoyed, but also tired. I can see the bags under her pale blue eyes. Huh? She leans against the doorway for support and can't help but rub the sleep from her eyes. What's going on? Are you alright? I didn't mean to skip. I worked on the website later than I should have. Oh. Wait, you worked on the website? Just how late were you up? Nanase pulls out her phone to check, but from how her shoulders slump and her eyes open, I'm betting she's gumming across all of Hayasaka's messages. She stumbles for a bit through her phone before finally tucking it away. I don't know, but I probably only got 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Nanase-kun, you shouldn't do that. You get yourself sick. I'm fine, really. Listen, you really didn't have to stay up doing that. You need it done, right? I nod. Well, it's done. Almost. I'm waiting on a few things from Kotori-san and Ayase-san. Otherwise, I think it's ready. I scratch my head. Of all the reasons to miss work, this was about as good a reason as any. Actually, it'd be damn good reason to give her the day off. You want to just stay home and sleep? You've earned it. I think I pass. Don't want someone banging down my door again. Hey! Let me get cleaned up. I turn to Senna. She's just as bewildered as I am, but she's smiling. Nanase is okay. That's the important part. Not to mention spending all night on a website? I know. Another game would be daring to go that far, especially with this. And I wouldn't even have expected it. It's just that I'm so ruined by this point, by that one game, that even if I know full certainly that it nothing. I still... Oh, we had that before. Remember when we didn't see Senna inside of the cafe and main character was all like, oh my god, what happened? A medical problem. Oh no, what's up? And we were like, ah, what an idiot. I am that idiot. I am that idiot now. I told you, I'm just as bad. I can understand where he's coming from. Oh god. I mean, it led to some hand-holding, so who can really complain? I was guessing a week or two of development time on that, not an overnight turnaround. Why won't you call her Hayasaka-san? Let her know what's going on. Okay. I'll let Senna make her phone call while I waited for Nanase. It takes a few minutes. But by the time Nanase reappears, Senna just gotten off her call with Hayasaka. Ready? Do they? I thought the uniforms were stored away at the cafe. Huh? More than ever. Shall we? I'll let Nanase and Senna take the lead as we head back towards the cafe. In tow with two maids now. My man's living the life. I listen in on their little conversations, which mainly consist of Senna talking Nanase's ear off. Nanase is still upset that she overslept, but I think Senna's just glad to have her co-worker back. Gotta admit, so am I. We arrive back at the cafe and Nanase is met with hugs and smiles and all manner of laughter. Aww, the whole day gets put on pause while Nanase is welcomed back. I can tell the customers have no idea what's going on, but the unexpected commotion manages a smile to everyone's faces. It's the first time I get to see Nanase this flustered over something. Usually she's the one in control of things. She's the one not taking any crap, but today even Senna can't help herself with the situation. I'm really impressed, Nanase-kun. You really took this whole website so seriously. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I was going to wait until a day off to... I was going to wait until a day off to do the coding, honestly. But Nanase-kun's cracking the whip. Ayase-san. Hayasaka makes a snapping motion with her wrist. She does her best to imitate the whip scrap and the others have a good laugh. I fear she will be into that. Nanase continues to be embarrassed by the whole situation. Of course, the girls are going to take advantage of this. It's so rare to see their big sis all worked up like this. It's really cute. I stay out of the whole discussion and make myself busy attending to the customers that I can. Good motion, yes, but well, they do have their mates in one way or another, so I guess none of them really seem to mind getting to watch the girls fuss over Nanase like that. Ah, okay. I personally would have scheduled my time out with the project, but like always, you're quick to the draw, Nanase-kun. Hayasaka-san. I was just really looking forward to it. That's all. We all are. And thanks to you, we don't have to wait much longer. Good. Things seem to be settling down. I worried for a brief moment that they pick on her for a little too much. The gentle ribbing is cute, but no need to upset her, especially after a long night. I get right on the script tonight. With a little luck, we'll have that baby up and running by tomorrow. And I'll text Kotori-chan on my break. She said the specs were simple, so I'm sure she can meet Nanase-sama's strict deadline. Alright, girls. I finally made my way over to them after having addressed as many customers as I could. It's been amusing, but it's time for work. How about we get back to it? The customers are here for you, not me. What's wrong? Can't squeeze into the uniform? One day. One day. I'm the last person you want to see in one of those outfits. Whatever you say, Kentro-san. I swear by God, with how many times the game says this? It is a route, I know it. I haven't looked into the achievements to not spoil myself for this. I'm so close to. Like an achievement, one of them. She laughs off my comment and heads into the back to get changed. Although I understand him, honestly, I wouldn't look good in a maid uniform either. Even in the most cute one. It really takes some skill to actually pull it off. And I can highly respect that. It's like a form of art, but you are the piece of art. Well, if it's done right. Otherwise, it's more like, But, well, with enough work, I can actually... Good thing maid uniforms cost so much and I have no money, so that's out of the question. She laughs off my comment and heads into the back to get changed. The other girls go back to their stations and resume the workday. It's too perfect a day for me to stay cramped up in my office. I end up dragging my laptop out and finding a booth to work in. I want to enjoy the sight and sound of the girls moving through the cafe. After this morning's scare, I have much greater appreciation for each of them. Watching Nanase serve the customers brings a smile to my face. She's happy here. I can see why the girls think of the cafe as their home. Even with only a couple of hours of sleep, Nanase slides effortlessly between tables. Delivering orders, collecting payments, making idle chit-chat with the customers. They all work as hard as they can to keep this place alive. On my computer, I pull up our social media page and skim over the post from yesterday with our group shot. I type out a short post. No one cares more than a girls cafe maid, and press send. Isn't that a good slow? Although, yeah, they do care a lot about the customers. Like they said, they really just ask about their job and everything and let them vent. So they do care in a way. I poke around at some other smaller tasks, occasionally checking back on the post. Each time I look, the likes are up by several votes and replies slowly tickle in. Eventually, we even get some responses from people who were present for Nanase's little reunion. Even the customers care. Don't know what happened, but Nanase-kun was welcomed back like royalty. Did I miss something? Every day I'm not at the cafe, I feel like I'm missing something. It's hard not to laugh with the responses such as those. It's not just the girls that see this place as home. The customers too. There's a certain kinship the cafe offers people when they enter. I'm lucky to be part of this. The day comes to a close as the last customer leaves and Senna is already pulling down some of our promotional sticky finger. Some of our promotional display outside. I need a break after this. Too much heavy hand again, always pressing on the space. I catch Nanase cleaning up some tables and wander over to her. She still has the same smile that she had with the customers earlier. I don't say anything as I pull out my phone before she realizes I'm there. I snap a photo of her. Only after the flash goes off does she turn to look at me. What was that for? Social media. I answer her with a smile. You're a weird one. Taking pictures of girls without your permission? I can't help but laugh. Please, Nanase-kun, can I please take your picture for social media? She rolls her eyes and shakes her head. Do whatever you want. Thanks. I catch a sideways glance from her before she returns to her work. I think she's had enough teasing for one day. Better not poke the bear any further. Retreating back to my computer, I let the girls finish up their duties while I post the picture to our social media. I uploaded with the title, Our Hardest Worker, and hit the send button. Well deserved for the day. Leaning back, I watch as the likes and responses come tickling in. It's the perfect end to an eventual day. And then you got the stance. What about Senna? Ayase always cares for me. She's the hardest worker here. You know how people are. Never appreciate one thing. Is it the same day? I don't know if it's... Is it another day? I think it's another day. Well, in that case... Well, in that case, I would say bye-bye. I look over, it's only half an hour, so that was a shorter day. Why? It felt like an eternity, with going through the streets and looking up for Nanase and all those Doki references. But anyway, we keep at it with a day is a day, and I would say you have a fantastical day. And if not, you know, there's always a better one. For now though, get yourself a tea, relax some, and we'll see you next time. How about it? Here at the Girls Cafe. Bye bye.